Beruchim Abbaim, welcome gentlemen to a special edition of the Wednesday night class. Being we're less than a week away from the holiday of Hanukah, I feel it incumbent to discuss some of the laws of the holiday. However, since we're the big boys here tonight, I'd like to discuss the halachot the way we do it in the yeshiva. Not just to sit here and say, you do this, you do that, you do this, and like this way, and say the berachot this way. It is my experience that when laws are learned on a superficial level, they are forgotten on a superficial level. Which means it goes in one ear and then goes out the next. Hanukah is not till next Tuesday night. So, to talk halachot here tonight and shoot them at you, we can shoot out 150 halachot, and you'll come out remembering some of them, and by next Tuesday night you'll be very foggy. Therefore, I chose tonight quality over quantity. To discuss one or two halachot, but to see how we got to the halakha, and to see it in depth, to give you a taste. The truth of the matter is, when I'm doing tonight, I'm teasing you, giving you a little flavor of Gemara, and exactly how we get from Gemara all the way to the bottom line, what we do, which is really a distance of about, 10,000 miles, and we're going to travel the 10,000 miles tonight to get to the bottom, and I want you to enjoy each step of it, and I'm going to guide you each step of the way so you can appreciate how we got from zero to a whole building, and you'll know exactly where the source is. There's no rich man in the world like the man who knows the source. A man that just knows the bottom line, the halakha, can get shaken very easily. Somebody comes and asks him a question, already he's caught off guard, he doesn't have an answer, he's lost. But if you know the source and you can document everything and give the history of the halakha, then you're a wealthy man. Nobody can shake you. All the winds of the world can come, and you have your mekor, like we say, the source, and you're on firm ground. So we're going to do it tonight. It's one rabbi I had called should live and be well, Rav Chaim Grimm, big tzaddik, and he always used to say, we used to go to his house. He lives in Jerusalem, in the Me'as She'arim section. We used to go to his house on Thursday nights at about 11:30 p.m. for a class. If you get time with Rav Chaim Grimm, you go 2 in the morning. It doesn't matter what time it is. 11:30 we used to go. 15 Rehov Hevrat Teilim is his address, and we used to go there, and we used to sit in a little room there, and he used to give us insights on Torah, and forget about it. It was the most amazing session. So one of the things he always used to say was, there's no bigger hana'ah, there's no bigger pleasure in the world than to go from the Gemara, from the beginning, and go to the end, to get to the halakha. That's Olam Haba. So I'm warning you tonight, fellas. I might be belaboring the introduction, but you're now going to enter Olam Haba. So sit back, enjoy, relax, pay attention, and ask questions if things are not clear. Because to get the full enjoyment of what we're saying, you have to understand each point clear. We start off in the Gemara Shabbat. Daf Chaf Aleph, page 21, Amud Bet on the flip side. Right? I read. Tanu Rabbanan. Our rabbis learned. Mitzvat Hanukah, the mitzvah of Hanukah. Obviously this is referring to, what's the mitzvah of Hanukah? To eat latkes. The mitzvah of Hanukah referring to lighting the menorah. Comes the Gemara and says, Ner ish ubeto. That's the mitzvah. You learn something? What does Ner ish ubeto mean? Ner is a candle, Ish ubeto is for the man and his family. Meaning, according to the law, if you want to fulfill the mitzvah, next Tuesday night, take a candle, make the beracha, and light it. One candle every night. Not adding a candle each night like we do. From the Gemara it says, one candle per night, which means all you need when you go to the store is 8 candles. And you're set for the whole holiday. You go to your window, stick one candle on the first night. On the 7th night, stick one candle, light it. Oh, so now everybody is starting to get interested because, hold it, we don't do that. Where did we get this 8 business? Where did we get the menorah? We'll put all these guys out of business now. Tells you yeshiva, with the sending you the box every year from Ohio, that, listen, we don't need a box every year. We can use one box for 6 years. Because all you need is 8 candles. I continue to Gemara. V'hamehadirin. What's mehadirin? Some guys think mehadirin is yogurt. So that's also yogurt, but it's not talking about the yogurt here. Hamehadirin means the people that do the mitzvah in the preferred way. They don't want to just get 65. They're not looking to pass. You want to pass? Yani 65? Light one candle every night. There's no tihinat for that guy. Olam haba, you get, they give you a bleacher ticket, you sit in the back, but you're happy. But you want the hadirin. You want a little higher level. Candles are cheap. Candles are not expensive. So you want to be a little more. Ner lechol ehad ve'ehad. Then what you do is you light one candle for everybody in the family. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a normal religious family. You have 10 people in the family. 2, mother and father, and 8 kids. Let's say, okay, we're talking about a newly married couple, 10 years. Let's say you have 2, mother and a father, 8 kids, 10 people in the family. On the first night, how much do you light? 10 candles. 1 for each one. Anyway, one is a little better. More candles is better. On the second night, how much do you light? 10 candles. On the third night, 10 candles. So you see how it's a little step up, how we stepped up? Because we're doing it now, behidud, with a lot of candles. So where did we get our item? We're still lost yet. That's not what we do. Comes the Gemara and says, V'hamehadirin mina mehadirin. These guys forget it. These guys are extremists. These guys are from the mahmirin. They want to do the mitzvah. They don't only want to get into Olam Haba and sit box seats. That's the second level. They want to get in, they want to sit in the dugout. And that's a big thing. So that's mehadirin mina mehadirin. Like I told you again, candles are cheap. So really, maybe it's possible. Comes the Gemara and says, Mehadirin min hamadirin mahloket. Argument. If you want to do it the best way, you run into an argument. Who's the argument between Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel? Famous twosome that always argued in Shas, right? Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel. You hear their opinions. Bet Shammai Omrim. Bet Shammai says, Yom Rishon Madlik Shemona. Unbelievable. Bet Shammai says, on the first night of Hanukah, light 8. Mikan ve'ilach, and then subsequently, prochet ve'holech. You diminish 1 candle every night. It's an interesting concept. Which is the first night I light 8 candles, the second 7, 6, 5, 4. When I get to the last night, on the 8th night of Hanukah, 1 candle. And this is called Mehadirin min Mehadirin. This is already the best one. Now let's see what Bet Hillel says, and then we'll start to analyze. Bet Hillel Omrim, Bet Hillel says, no. Shammai, you're going the wrong way. Yom Rishon Madlik Ehad. the first night you light 1, mikan va'ilach mosif veholech, and then you subsequently go up. First night 1, 2, 3, till the last night you get to 8. So now already in your mind you're thinking, already I have an opinion now. Now I know what we're doing. Obviously we're following Bet Hillel, because we light subsequently going up. And on the first night we light 1, and then we go to last night 8. So Chalas, would you make a big deal out of this Gemara? It's not so enjoyable like you said. Let's go to the next piece. No, it's not so easy. Now the book's opened up here. What does Bet Hillel mean? Is the question. Let's analyze. If you were just a Mehadirim letter, you were a box seat man, you'd light, if you were 10 people in the family, on the first night you'd light how many candles? 10. Okay. If you were a bleacher guy, you'd light 1. So let's go 1, 10, and then Bet Hillel comes and says, and if you want to be the best guy, on the first night, 1. What happened over here? You're going up in levels over here. So I would like to tell me on the first night, according to the first opinion, 1, second opinion 10, third opinion 30. Nice, okay, and then you're doing something better maybe. But here, he took me back, he pulled me back, Bet Hillel, and he's telling me that's better. It's a big question that all the Rishonim discuss over here. What is Bet Hillel making it better? Let's take another example. Let's say it was a second night. Second night, according to the first opinion, how many candles do you light? 1. According to the second opinion, how many candles do you light? 10. 10, because you have 10 people in the family, so it goes just with how many people in the family. And according to Bet Hillel, the second night, how many candles? 2. Bet Hillel says, Mehadirim and Mehadirim, the best level, you light first night 1, second night 2. So how do you want to tell me? Oh, so let's analyze. When we're talking about Bet Hillel, leave Bet Shammai. When Bet Hillel said you light 1, what did he mean? Did he mean 1 for the whole house? Or did he mean each person in the house lights 1? You hear my question, Bet Hillel? You hear my question, boys? When Bet Hillel says you light 1, and then you go to 2, and then you go to 3, and then you go to 6 and 8, is that talking about 1 for the whole house? Or does it mean no, each guy? So let's go. Comes Tosafot, and Tosafot says it's 1 for the whole house. It's 1 for the whole house. What's the logic? That means the first night 1, 2, go by the menorah, and every night add 1. Tosafot has a question. Why is that the best level? What's so great about 1 menorah for the whole house? I understand why it's better than 1 candle for each night. It's better than that. But the second opinion says if you have 10 people in the house, you light 10 candles. Isn't 10 candles better than 1, 2, 3, 4? Every night I'm lighting 10. Why is that a higher level? So Tosafot says, you know why it's a higher level? Because of Hekera. Because when somebody walks out and looks at the window, he's able to tell what night it is by looking at your menorah. If you look at your menorah on the 4th night, he sees 4 candles, you're publicizing the miracle in an unbelievable way. It's recognizable to the people what night of Hanukah it is, and which night you're celebrating, and now to pursue Manes publicizing the miracle. According to the second level, true, you're putting 10 candles in front of your window. What does that tell me? It doesn't tell me that. It tells me you have 10 people in your house. It's a lot of candles. It's nice. On the 4th night, you're still going to put 10 candles in front of your window. It's nice. A lot of candles. But it doesn't tell me anything. So this is less candles, but it's serving a high purpose of showing me what night it is. So you understand the level now, gentlemen? I review. Not because of you, because of myself. You get it. The first opinion is, Al, you have a question?
You said that
Are you starting with this? You said, I said? Oh, ask a question. Ask a question.
The first guy says one a day, right?
First opinion, one candle a night.
Per house or per person?
Per house. Ner ishu beto. Yani you need 8 candles. Huh? Fourth day, 1 candle. That's the second opinion. There's opinion 1. Then there's mehadrin.
That's the box seat.
That's the box seat. Right. And then you have the dugout.
The
second level is 1 per person.
Per day.
Per day. 10 people in the house, 10.
Who's each opinion? What are they?
Rabbis. Yeah. Anonymous. Alright? It doesn't bother you, does it? Okay. Now, wait, listen. So you got Tosafot's opinion? Tosafot wants to say that the Mahadirin is, the benefit over here is that you're able to tell which night it is. We call that Hekirah. But that's not the bottom line. When you read Gemara, you don't only limit yourself to the commentary on the page. That's one way of learning this Gemara. The next step is you go to another commentary. The Sfaradim, we hold very dear the opinion of Maimonides, Rambam. And the Rambam always will give you his opinion on how he learned the Gemara. And a lot of the times, the way Tosafot learns the Gemara is the opposite the way the Rambam learns the Gemara. So, just because you read Tosafot, you can't close the book. Okay, now I know Bet Hillel's opinion. We know the Lord always goes like Bet Hillel. Therefore, just by a minute, the story's over. It's not over. I have to check the Sephardic view on the opinion. Tosafot's from Europe. So I want to get the Sephardic slant over here to see what we do over here. So I open up Rambam. Okay, let's read Rambam. The 4th Perek says like this. Rambam is unbelievable. It's so clear that Rambam, he writes it nicely. He doesn't write few words and you have to start figuring out what he means. He gives you a lot of room. He had a lot of ink. Kama nerotu madlik b'Hanukah. He asks the question, how many candles are you supposed to light? Mitzvata, the mitzvah is Sheyeh kol bayit ubayit, every household, madlik ner echad. Just like one. Ben shayu anshe habayit merubin, whether you had a lot of people in your house, uben shelo haya bo el adam echad, or you just had one guy. So he's giving you level 1. Level 1, that's how we explained it. Level 1 candle each night, no matter how many people you have. So far, beautiful. Level 2, the guys who are mehader, they do the mitzvah in a nice way. Madlik nerot kiminyan anshe habayit. So you light candles to the amount of people in your house. Ner lechol echad ve'echad. 1 candle for each household member. Ben anashim, ben nashim. Whether it's men, whether it's ladies. Our example, 10. That's the second level. Ve'hamehader yoter. This is the mehaderin. The mehaderin is the best. Ve'osem mitzvah min hamuvhar. He does the mitzvah in the choice way. Watch. Madlik ner lechol echad v'layla harishon. You light 1 candle for everyone on the first night. Umosif ve'holech bechol layla ve'layla, and you subsequently go up. Okay, now I'm not following from the reaction of the faces here, if you understood or not, or you're just sitting there in shock, in awe. Did it hit you? Did it hit you? Do we have to go maybe get a coffee to read it again? I don't know exactly what just happened. But what we just did over here is an atom bomb just exploded in this place over here. You see the back of the thing's all destroyed back there. There was an explosion, and everybody stood back. Nice. Well, it's good class. Very good. Nice. Are we praying Rabbi tonight? What time's Rabbi? No one's bothered over here. I just dropped a bomb on your head. Again. Well, if you didn't understand what he said, the Rambam is going to be more clear. Ketzad. What did I just mean? Now he's giving you the highest level, okay? My case. That's Rabbi. Let's say you had 10 people in the family. 10 people. Balayla Harishon Madlik Asanarot. The first night, 10 candles. Balayla Sheni, 20. Balayla Shelishi, 30. Ad Shenimsa Madlik Beleh Shemini Shemonim Nerot. That's right. Watch this. The Rambam says Mehadirin min Mehadirin is one candle for each person every night going up like Bet Hillel. So the first night 10, 20, 30, 40, and want to follow Bet Hillel according to Harambam, count your number of the family members and just keep on going up every night. One candle for each person till you get to 8 times that number, which is a total argument against the Tosafot. Now we have loyalty. We pledge allegiance to the Rambam. Tosafot said that the best way is one candle for the whole family and go up every night. Add one. And what's what? And what's the Hidud according to Tosafot? What's the advantage of doing it that way? You know what night it is. According to Rambam, he's not interested in that. So the Rambam, the Hidud is in number of candles. His Hidud is light. You have a lot of candles, you're doing the mitzvah, beauty way. This is according to the first opinion, the easy way, one candle, nothing. According to the second opinion, 10 every night. According to the third opinion, it's 10, 20, 30, 40, every night you're getting bigger and bigger. Guy walk by a guy's house, you be genuine on the 8th night of Hanukah, you see a whole slew of candles on the windowsills, it's just unbelievable, phenomenal. What is this for? That's the Rambam. The Rambam looks at the Hidur in the number of candles, while the Tosafot looks at the Hidur recognizing what night it is, what day it is, what holiday, what number you're at. That's a diametrically opposed mahloket, giant mahloket between Harambam and the Tosafot. So, what did we do over here? A question?
On face value, it seems like it's diametrically opposed, but it's really not.
Oh, so give me behind the face.
No, because what they're both saying is really the same thing, but they're saying it a different way. Because what Rambam is saying, he's saying you have one candle per person.
Just let me. I'll figure it out very simple for you. Let's go to the 6th night. Play games here, right? 6th night.
Right.
According to Tosafot, how many candles do you have in the house? According to the best way. Okay. According to Rambam. So is that not? That's not opposed.
It's not. You
It's not. You have to be Houdini to get out of this. How are you going to get out of this? How's that opposed?
It's very easy. You have 1 minute out, 6 minutes. It's still Hakah because they still when you walk.
Whoa! Hold it. You're a wise guy. You're a wise guy. He's a wise guy. But I respect you. Shalom, you're saying something smart. But I'm glad you pointed it out. Because the Rambam over here didn't talk about 6 minutes. He didn't talk about 60. He told you 60 candles. Did he tell you, put 6 over here, 6 over here, 6 over here, 6 over here? He didn't tell you that. He just took 60 candles, line them up, and light them. You're coming out making compromise. You want to make shalom. You want to say everyone's agreeing. He meant put them separate, 6. But no. The Rambam says 60. Straight on the windows. Tosafot was the one that said, no, 60 you get. In other words, how many people? 60 people? No. Put 1 menorah, 1 row, 6 candles. Khalas. Now you see the argument clearer? But don't forget what you said because it's going to come up.
As the Rambam explained, that really is like this.
He don't go. He goes to Sumanes candles. Got a lot of candles. I'm lighting candles because the Beit HaMikdash, they lit candles. So the more you light, the more publicized the mirror. You walk by a guy's house, there's a lot of candles around and consume.
You know what day?
Yeah, we're not lighting to like they lit in the Beit HaMikdash. Because proof of the pudding is the Beit HaMikdash they lit with olive oil. According to the Gemara, you don't have to light with olive oil. You can even light with a wax candle. So we're not doing exact like they did. It's symbolic to remember the miracle. So I'm trying to remember the miracle. Alright, so you said just remember it in a big way. Do a lot of candles. So now, what we did over here is, we confused the issue. Yeah. Because once I'm bringing you Harambam, and I'm bringing you Tosafot, so now we have to know where do you go from there. Now what's the next step? You're in a Gemara class now. Now, Rabbi, we know we have two opinions how to interpret the Gemara. There's a way of Tosafot, there's a way of Harambam. Now, how do you get to the bottom line on this? You use the coin method? Heads or tails? And you go like that? Does it go alphabetically? And therefore Rambam takes precedence? Is this a Sephardic, Ashkenazic thing? The Sfaradim will take Rambam, Ashkenazim will take Tosafot. It's Europe, Spain issue over here. How do you get to the next level to know what we do? So I'll tell you. And by the way, this is like Gemara 1. For the beginner, we're giving you exactly the way to learn Gemara. You go, you take out a Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch, for us, what is it for us? For Sephardim, we accepted the opinion of Rabbi Yosef Karo. Zecher Tzaddik L'Bracha. Rabbi Yosef Karo wrote a book called the Shulchan Aruch. It's his view of the bottom line. He went through the whole Gemara, he saw all the opinions that were in front of him, and in his system that he had, he would come out with, this is what we do. The Sephardim, we call him Maran. Maran means our rabbi. That's it. We're very loyal to Maran. And I'm not going to give statistics over here, but in a large percentage of the times, we're going to take Da'at Maran. And there's rules to that, but on a large majority, if you want to know the law, you ask for Maran. Ashkenazim have loyalty to another rabbi, which was a giant, lived in the times of Maran, Rabbi Moshe Isserlish. They call him the Ramah. Ramah stands for Rabbi Moshe Isserlish, Zecher Tzaddik L'Bracha. Sometimes they call the Ramah Hagaha. Hagaha means the addition. Because if you see, his opinion is written in small letters next to the words of Shulchan Aruch. He wrote his opinion, they wrote it next to the Shulchan Aruch. So you get to see what the Sephardim do, and right in small print you get to see right away what the Ashkenazim do. Some they call him the Mapah. So there's a lot of names for the Ramah. In any event, we call the Ramah Muram. What is Muram? Muram, their rabbi. So you have Maran, our rabbi, Muram. We're not trying to make color over here, the teams in the rabbis. But just to get... Now, you have to know another thing. Most of the times, the Ramah is going to bring the law for the Ashkenazim, and he'll bring you their custom. A lot of times, but he's just quoting you things and we'll take it also. Not necessarily arguing on Shulchan Aruch, just bringing you another law that we will agree on. So just because it's a Ramah, you have the Sfaradim that like to wave the flag, the Sephardic flag. Oh, is that Maran or is that Ramah? Oh, just because it's the Ramah, it doesn't mean anything. We can take the Ramah a lot of times. And I'd like to clarify one issue in parentheses. The book that I have in front of me is called the Mishnah Berurah. And you have a lot of guys that when they hear Mishnah Berurah, already they put up the Sephardi deflector. Oh, that's what Hafetz Hayim. Oh, yeah, that's Ashkenazi. What does the Kaf Hayim say? What does Ben Ish Chai say? Now, you got to understand, the Mishnah Berurah, Hafetz Hayim, was a giant, and anybody that can come and start judging the greatness of the rabbi because he ate gefilte fish on Friday night, and that's already how you judge if he's good or not. It's lehavdil, and I can only explain it in lay terms that you'll understand it. Is if you have a fellow that's a big sports fan, and you ask him, what do you think of Babe Ruth? How is he? Babe Ruth? Oh, he's American League. Forget it. Pass. No good. He's American League. So I don't like what league he played in. Does it make him a less of a player if he played in the American League? What? Babe Ruth? That's American League East. Forget it. Pass. NG. We only go with National League West players. Why does it take away from the man where he played and for which city he was? And what's the difference? He's Babe Ruth. Where you put him? So if he lives in Europe, if he lives in Spain, if he wears a fez cap, if he has peot or whatever it is, that's not important. If he speaks Yiddish, it doesn't matter to us. A gadol is a gadol regardless. I will admit, but a lot of times after you read the Mishnah Berurah, you will have to check other poskim that we have loyalty to see if there is an argument. But to come with a quick response, Mishnah, we don't go with that. That's foolishness. That's not nice talk. Comes Shulchan Aruch, and he says the following. Listen closely. Now, if I didn't know the answer to this lawyer and I didn't read it, from experience in learning halakha, off the bat, if you'd ask me, Rabbi, what do you think Shulchan Aruch is going to say? I would say 99% of the times Maran goes with the opinion of the Rambam. Maran bows his head to the Rambam. It's always Maran takes Rambam's opinion. Most of the time. So therefore I would tell you this is a no-brainer. Maran's going to probably take the Rambam and tell you to light 80 candles on the last night. Now we know he doesn't say that, but let's see what he says. Kama nerot madlik. Balayla arishon madlik ehad. First night you light one candle. Kan ba'ilach. Then on, mosif ve'olech ehad bechol layla. You add one candle every single night. Ad shebelel haron, until the last night you use shemona. Until you're left with 8. Afilu im rabim b'nei habayit, even if you have a lot of people in the house, lo yadliku yoter, don't light more. Maran went light tosafot. Maran says one menorah for the whole house. You have to know what night it is. Comes the Rama in the small letters. Yeshomrim. Some say bechol echad mebnei habayit yadlik. Some say no. Everybody lights. You light for everybody in the family. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Who's that like? Rambam. Imagine that. The Ashkenaz went with the Sepharad, and the Sepharad went with the Ashkenaz. Everyone switched tables. Everybody turned loyalties. Maran took Tosafot. Ramah took the Rambam. And the rabbi, I don't think the rabbis don't point this out. All the rabbis come on this halakha and say, V'zeh hidush, the Vayeret brings down. Shasefaradim noagim ketosafot, ve'ashkenazim kerambam. V'zeh lo matzinu b'shar mekomot. We didn't find this. This is unbelievable. This is an item. It's like Purim. In any event, so that means, I know how I like. I know how most of you like. But are you telling me now, so I go to the Ashkenazi, go down a block where Ashkenazim live, you telling me, if I know a guy has 10 kids, if I'm going to look at his window on the 8th, I'm going to see 80 candles lined up, like the Rambam? That's what he's telling me. You don't see that. You don't see that. So watch what he does to the Rambam. He makes things Yizaharu, but be careful. Liten kol ehad ve'ehad nerotav b'mkom miyuchad. Let everybody who's lighting place their candles in a separate spot. Kedesh yeh heker kama nerot madlikin. So it'll be recognizable how many candles you're lighting. So in the end what he did was, he went with Rambam's number of candles, but he took Tosafot logic of heker, so you know what night it is. They made the compromise. So on the last night you'll have 80 candles altogether, but you'll have it 8, all different places. So you walk by the guy's house and you look and say, oh, it's the 8th night. I see 16 menorot there, but it's okay because it's all separate. So that's where now you know when you're walking. See now, don't you feel rich now? That's Maran. That's Ramah. Maran's simple. Tosafot straight through. One menorah, just go up every night like Bet Hillel, you know what night it is. That's his hidur min hidur. But now you tell me that, now when you're walking down the street and you pass by Ashkenazi's house and you see 30 menorot in the window, and your son's going to say, Daddy, why does he have so many menorot and we only have one? And you're an artist till now, and you don't know what to tell him. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe the sale on menorot. I don't know what he's doing. What are you going to answer your kid? You're not going to know what to answer your kid when he asks you this question. Why do we do this and they do that? already, you know the source. Oh, that's a very good question. Rabbi, there's a tape on this. I cannot repeat it. I'll get you the tape. Listen to the tape. It's very confusing. Go to the videotape. Now you have something to answer him. Which you can answer him is, there's Malok in it. They go like Rambam. We go like Tosa. So when he gets old, you can talk to him in learning. You know what you're doing. Already the religion is not dead. The religion is alive. Already you know what's going on. You know the behind the scenes. You know the logic. You know the thought process that went into this. It's not just haphazardly. It came with thought. Oh, a religion that's alive is a religion that has taste to it. And a religion that has taste to it has continuity to it. There's a future for a religion like that. Or when things are just done, do this, do that. What's the reason? Don't ask. Just do it. Bland. You're giving me food without salt. I'll eat it because I have to live. But after a while, I'm going to say, "This I can't eat this anymore. It's no good. It don't taste good. I don't know what I'm doing." So that's the first subject. I continue the Gemara. That's one concept. You have a question?
You mentioned Menorah either.
Yeah. Menorah is an invention of later on. Technically, if you wanted to, you could just put the candles on the window so straight. But you don't want the wax that wounded. So we get a menorah, we have a little thing, you put it in there.
You keep saying that, but the Beit HaMikdash had a menorah.
Again, we're not lighting like they lit in the Beit HaMikdash. I know you're a Kohen, but we didn't lighting the way we did in the Beit HaMikdash. I told you could use candles. We light it at night in the Beit HaMikdash. They lit it after the Korban in the afternoon. Different laws over here. The Beit HaMikdash's menorah, sweetheart, only had 7. We have 8. So it's a totally different item. Menorah is already, it's a good invention in order to hold the candles. But technically, if you wanted to, you have kids, they come home from 3-1A, they come home with a piece of wood with 6 Coke bottle caps, and that's the menorah. What kind of menorah is that? That's it. It's the whole candle. What does it mean? That doesn't mean official silver candelabra. You can take tin foil and put 6 candles over there. Now, that's a taste of Gemara from beginning to the end. Now I'm going to give you a different flavor. That's a piece of Gemara which you came out with the bottom line. You walked out again. Now I know what to do and I know why to do it. Now I'm going to give you the next piece and show you how we learn Gemara. That we're not going to come out with any halakha out of it, but we're just going to come out with a nice, interesting mental gymnastics. We're going to play with the brain a little, and it's just going to be enjoyable. Okay? We continue. Comes the Gemara and says, you got to get reasons. What's the reasons over here? Why does Beit Hillel say you go up, and why does Beit Shammai say you go down? It's their logic. Not a fair question. So Gemara says, Amar Ula. Ula says, Paligi ba tere amora'el. There's an argument between 2 rabbis on the reasons. B'ma'araba in the west, in Israel, the rabbis were Rabbi Yosef bar Abin and Rabbi Yosef bar Zebida. Those are the 2 rabbis that argue. Had Amar, one rabbi said, Ta'amad Bet Shammai keneged yamim ha'nichnasim. V'had Amar Ta'amad Bet Hillel keneged yamim ha'yotzim. First way to understand the argument. Bet Shammai says you light 8. He's going on the days that are left of the holiday. First night, there's 8 days left, 7 days left, and 6 days left. You always light according to the days that are left. Beit Hillel says no. You light according to the days that passed. First night, 1 night passed. Second night, 2 nights passed. Third night, 3 nights passed. Those are the 2 reasons. Do you go according to the days that are coming in, or the days that went out? Simple ma'loket. The way you say it in the words of the Gemara is, Keneged yamim ha'nichnasim, that's Beit Shammai, 8, and then 7 left, 6 left, 5 left, according to Beit Hillel, Keneged yamim ha'yotzim. days that went out, days that left, 1 left, 2 left, 3 left, 8 left. Okay? Keep that in your mind. Comes the Gemara and says, oh, there's another opinion here. The Hadama, some say no, the logic is different. Ta'amad de Bet Shammai keneged parei achag. Bet Shammai based his logic according to the bulls that they brought on Sukkot. On Sukkot, if you look in the Torah, they used to bring sacrifices every day. And if you count up all the parim that were brought on Sukkot, you'll come out with 70. Magic number 70 bulls they brought on Sukkot. And if you look at the way they brought it, on the first day they brought 14, on the second day 13, on the third day 13, 12, 11. So it subsequently went down. So just like on Sukkot, the sacrifices went down. So when you light the menorah, we also go with the down motion. A fair question would be, what in the world is the connection between the bulls of Sukkot and the lighting of the menorah? Somebody would ask that in the class, I would say that's a fair question. Does anybody want to try to give a correlation between the two? Okay. It's good you came. I'll throw out something. Correlation. Obviously, any book that talks on this Gemara, that's the question that they ask. What's the correlation? We'll throw out something that we saw. The 70 korbanot that they brought on Sukkot represented the 70 nations of the world. 70 goyim. And we bring the sacrifices in diminishing order to show that their power, Be'ezrat Hashem, will go down, will progressively get weaker and weaker and weaker. And eventually Klal Yisrael will become stronger. At the time of the Hanukah miracle, we were under the influence of the Greeks. So the Greeks, the empire was very big, very strong, the influence was powerful, but then it started to dwindle and dwindle and dwindle, until the Hashmonaim came and gave Dave the final knocker and wiped them out. So to remember the miracle, we start with 8, that shows the climax of the Yevani kingdom, and as it dwindled and went all the way down, as represented in the sacrifices on Sukkot that correlate to the Goyim, that go down in number. Something, no, it's not nothing. It's we said something just now. We didn't say it makes sense. And the reason of Bet Hillel, why did he go up? Because of the famous rule, Ma'alim B'Kodesh Ve'en Muridim. Have you heard this rule? Ma'alim B'Kodesh Ve'en Muridim. Whenever you have holy items in front of you, you always start off with the smaller Kedusha, and you work your way up to the higher Kedusha. For example, let's give a simple example of Ma'alim B'Kodesh Ve'en Muridim. Really the case I'm going to give you, there's other rules that apply, but we could use it for this also. Every morning you put on your talet first, and then you put on your tefillin. What's holier, talet or tefillin? Tefillin has the name of God. Many times written in the Shem Yad Mashiach Rosh. So therefore we have a rule, Ma'alim B'Kodesh, start with the lighter Kedusha, and work your way up to the higher Kedusha. Good example? Okay. Hanukah is the same thing. The lights of the menorah, it's a holy thing, you're lighting a mitzvah. So go progressively higher. First night 1, then 2, then 3, that's the rule, Ma'alim B'Kodesh, you go up and you don't go down. Bet Shammai agrees to that logic. He just says Hanukah is different for the logic of the 70 bulls. Here's the exception. Now watch a very interesting little piece. Now that you got the logic, let's review. What are the 2 reasons for Bet Shammai? Yamim HaNichnasim, either the days that are left, or the bulls, the parim that went down. What are the 2 reasons for Bet Hillel? The days that passed, Yamim HaYotzim, or Ma'alim B'Kodesh Ve'em Muridim. Good? 2 reasons for both. Question.
Take away the bull for this question, right? Let's say that somebody doesn't have the bull excuse.
I don't like the wording there. Could you say it a little bit? Say parim.
Parim.
Okay.
Okay. And You said he agrees with Beit Shammai that you only go from rest.
He agrees with that everywhere else. But Hanukah, to bring this concept of the Greeks going down, the kingdom, he goes with his logic.
That was the third guy's logic.
There's 2 opinions for each.
Right, but he said it wasn't his logic. They said his logic could have been descending days. How do you explain descending days?
There's 2 opinions. 2 opinions explaining Beit Shammai. That's all it is. Now I'm going to explain you the differences in a second. Comes the Gemara, gives a story. Let's do the story. Amar Rabbi Hanan, Shnei Zekenim hayu b'Sidan. There were 2 elderly men in Sidan. Zekenim usually implies they were Hachamim. Zaken. There were 2 rabbis in Sidan. Ehad asa kebet Shammai, ve'ehad asa kedevrei Bet Hillel. Interesting. 2 guys sitting on the thing, Hanukah, they're both in the same place, they're in a hotel room together. One's lighting his menorah like Bet Shammai. It's the first night, he lights 8. The guy next to him, he lit 1. Unbelievable story. My rabbi is Bet Hillel, my rabbi is Bet Shammai. So the Bet Shammai student says, I'd go with the logic of the 70 parim that went consecutively down. That's why I light 8 tonight. The other, no, I don't go with that. I go with the other. I go with Ma'alim HaKodesh. I go with you gotta go up. That's the story of the Gemara. Now, this over here, if you're learning Gemara, the right move at this point is to say, what's the story over here? What is this story coming at? Was the story time to tell me that there were 2 people, and one did like Bet Shammai, and one like, what's the purpose of the story? So, the answer usually would be, a story the Gemara is just trying to show you that we gave reasons just before. You see that these reasons were legitimate because you see 2 rabbis gave the reasons when they lived. The 70 parim, you see one rabbi said, I'm doing this because of the 70 parim. So that reason, we have a proof. You see, Saken said it. And the reason of Ma'alim HaKodesh, it's legit. You see, the rabbi said it. I'm just trying to bring the story to prove the opinions that we said above. Now I'm going to move to the back of the book. Watch what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go to a rabbi in the back called the Rif. Who's the Rif? The Rif, it's tiring, Gemara, by the way. It's tiring. You're working your brain. This is not like a class that you can go home and your wife says, let's review. Tell me what you learned tonight. You say, forget piss. What else is new? Next subject. Because this is you're going to go start now. Get a Gemara. Ladies, girls are not allowed to learn Gemara. You can't be with them to Gemara. You talk the bottom line, so you're not going to get into a whole philosophical debate with them. But watch with the Rif. Now the Rif is a halakha rabbi. The Rif wrote a book of bottom lines also. Like the Ramban did, the Rif also did the same thing. Rif is a Rafasi. Now, the style of the Rif is to quote you the relevant points of the Gemara. For example, if the Gemara will go on a tangent of stories, that's not the Rif's purpose. The Rif is not just copying the Gemara over again. He just writes you the bottom lines. So I read you the Rif. He quotes the 3 opinions, 1 for every night, Madirin, 1 for each family member, 10 each night, Madirin, he brings you the Mahloket, Bet Shammai, Bet Hillel, and then he says like this, Amar Rabba bar Hana, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Shnei Zekenim hayu b'Sidan, 2 old people in Sidan,